I'm going to show you my tiny little sketchbook, and I'm going to give you tips on how you can make your own tiny little sketchbook right in your own house. I'm going to go on the overhead now and give you a quick tour of some of my sketchbooks. This is my tiny little sketchbook. It's the one I'm so proud of right now. I made this. I'm going to tell you what I used to make this in a minute, but I want to show you, look at this. Every page I've been drawing in this book for a little bit every day, and I made this book using index cards. Folded index cards and a glue stick. That's how I made it. I'm going to give you some tips. I'm going to show you how I did it in a little bit. But look, every single day I would draw in my tiny little sketchbook, and these pages are nice and thick so that you can do heavy coverage of like markers or Posca pens or whatever it is that you use. And then like, look, this is, I do bubble letters. I love to draw bubble letters in my tiny little sketchbooks. Sometimes I just do scribble scrabble, and I just drew every day in this book. And almost finished with it. My last page is this butterfly, and then here's the back, and there you can see the index cards. Look, see the index cards? That's how I made it. I basically just glued a bunch of index cards. I'll show you how I did that in a minute, but look at this one. This is a sketchbook that I made. It's the whole alphabet. There's the A. Look, I drew this by hand. I'm not finished with this. I'm only up to S. But this is just paper, and I basically took a whole bunch of paper, folded up, and used the glue stick to make it super long so I got the whole alphabet. And like I said, I'm not finished with it. I still have to do after S. I started drawing T, but I'm going to finish this book. Look on the overhead. Look, I drew all of these letters. I'll show this upside down. Look. And I used this fine liner, these Winsor & Newton fine liners. Oh, these pens are amazing. Look. Look at the thin pen. Oh, that point doesn't even have a point. That point. Look at this. Look at this point. It's like a brush. It's so nice. Anyway, so I built this book. It's my alphabet sketchbook. I love it so much. And then I did this one same way using this glue stick. Basically took a bunch of yellow paper that I had in the shop, and I glued them. I folded them down. I glued them so it's super thick. Nice, and I'm still working on this book. I just started working on this one, and I'm just going to use the black fine liners on this book. We had a school trip a couple of days ago, and a couple of school trips, and all the kids that came to the school trip, we took these little pieces of scrap paper, we folded them up, and made these little accordion books for them. This was mine, Frank's little book. That's me. I'm Frank, and I just drew in this thing. Like, this book is for scribble scrabbling, drawing, writing, stamping. And the kids all made their own little books. They went home with these little books. Like, they all had their own little books. All right, so I just wanted to show you that. There's another one. I took a big piece of scrap paper and like that. So, how do I do this? How do I make this thing? Basically, I just take index cards. I'm going to show you really fast how I do it because it's not hard. I'm going to go back on the overhead, and I'm going to show you. Look, take index cards. It's not hard to do. Anybody can do this. You take an index card, and you fold it in half. You might need an adult to help you fold it because you really want to make the folds really straight. You want to make all the folds. And you can use your nail to do this, or you can use a pen like this, or a pencil, or if you have your glue stick, you can use the glue stick and press it like this. And you have to do that to a whole bunch of the cards, and then you have a whole bunch of folded cards. And then I like to use disappearing purple glue stick because as you do it, sorry about that, as you use the disappearing purple, go back to the overhead, you can see how much glue you have, and you want to put a good amount. Not like, don't press too hard, but you got to cover the whole thing. That's why the purple is really helpful, because then you can see the purple. You're going to get some stickiness on your hands. Don't worry, that will come off. You cover the whole paper, and then you take another piece of paper and you fold it. You want to fold all the paper at first, but I just wanted to show you what I'm talking about. And then go like this, take your glue stick. Now you take this piece of folded paper and this piece of folded paper, and now you might want to get an adult to help you with this because you got to make sure, oops, wrong side. You got to make sure that you line them up properly like this. You want to make them as perfect as you possibly can. Sometimes I take my glue stick and I cap it like this. I go like this. Look. Press it, press it, press it. And then sometimes I do this. I put my elbow down on it. I go like this. And I just think about what I'm going to use that sketchbook for. And the reason I'm doing this is because I want the glue to dry. And I want to press it. Sometimes I even push down like this. I'm pushing like really hard like this, but you don't have to do that. But you really want to make sure the glue is pressed on there. And then what you get this book like this, see? And now you have this page. And then you keep going. I did this earlier. And so now you take all of these pieces and you glue them together, and sooner or later you have a book. And I'm going to show you how to do the cover now. The cover's a little tricky. I'm going to go back on the overhead. Look, the cover, you have to do this. You fold it like this, the other way now, so you don't want to see the lines. Make sure the crease is nice and good. Then you open it up. Then you take your glue stick and you have to put glue along the entire piece like this. You got to do this. You have to go across all of this stuff. It's important that you cover it. Don't forget, especially with this piece. This is the cover. You're going to do this with the front and the back. I'm only going to do one right now. I don't want to make this video too long. Cover the whole thing. And you take your piece like this, and now you got to do this. Watch this. This gets a little tricky. You want to put it inside the first page like that, and you want to line it up properly. You might need an adult to help you do this because you want to make sure it's nice. Probably not going to do this properly now because I'm not sticking my face up above it. And then you fold this over. You come down like that. And you do this. Close your glue stick. Go like this. Think about what you want to make your sketchbook. What do you want to do with your sketchbook? Go like this for a little while. I don't know, a few minutes. Think about stuff. Then you have your cover. You have your inside pages. I didn't finish the whole book, but if you do it, you get the whole book like this, and then you make these tiny sketchbooks. All right, that's why I wanted to show this to you, because I want you to make your own tiny sketchbook. Just get some index cards, fold them up, glue stick and index cards, pens, pencils. You got a whole book. You spend like weeks on this. I spent weeks on this book. I'm still working. I'm going to make a whole bunch of them. All right, that's it. I got to find my mouse. I got to go. Please make a sketchbook, and if you do, send me a comment or send me a picture of your sketchbook. I'd love to see it. All right, I'll see you guys later. Bye.